Welcome to part 2 of my dialogue system tutorial. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to set up the widgets. So we go into the widget folder and create a widget. Use a widget and let's name this dialogue. Let's just call it dialogue box. And we want to create another one as well for dialogue options. Now inside the dialogue box we want to have a canvas, if I can spell that right, canvas, and we want to have a scale box. Just drag it in, and then we want to anchor to the center, and we want to position it to where we want. This will be the box with the options in, so you can put this wherever you want, but if you want to follow me, you could do exactly what I'm doing now. So that's 600 position X, 600 X size, and 400 size Y, with a 0.5 on the alignments. And we also want scale to fit down only, and then that's that for the scale box. And now we want to have a scroll box. Just drag it in, and then we want it to stretch the entire box, and that is it for that. And now we can rename this scroll box to the options box, and also make it a variable so we can add our buttons into there later. And now we want another scale box, anchor it to the center, and make it 0, 390, and 1000, 300, with the alignment 0.5 and 0.5. We also want it to fill and down only. This will be where the dialogue text is. And now we want a border inside there, and I'll add the color. And we want it to have a black color with probably 0.1 in the A, so it's slightly visible. And now we want to have just some simple text in there. And then let's do padding of 5, stretching, and making that a variable and naming it dialogue text. And that's that for that. And now we want another scale box with an anchor in the center. And now we want it to be minus 350. Oh, not that. Minus 350. 215 with a size of 300, and Y 50, 0.5, and 0.5. We can copy this border and paste it into there. and just change the color of the border so it's slightly darker by making the A 0.2 or 0.3. Oh, I see. It needs to be stretched like that as well. And then here we can rename this to name text. And yep, set as a variable. Now that the main dialog box is set up, we now go into dialog options, and we want to change the screen size to custom, and I've made mine 500 and 50, and I want to put a button, drag it in, and I'm going to make the background color very similar to the dialog box, so I'm going to go 0.1 here, and then let's rename this to option, and then add some text into it. Make it like that. So it's stretched out, and then in the center, let's do a padding of 5. And then call this option text, and also set that as a variable. And that's all set up. There is one more thing we can do to dialog box before we get into the blueprints. We can click on the text for the name and add a binding for it, which will bring us in here. And we just want to create a new variable and call it NPC name, and then switch that to a text variable. Drag this in and just plug it in there. This will be used later to automatically change the text inside the name box to whatever this variable is set to in the future. In the next episode, we'll be going through all of the blueprints.